Happy Hump Day, world, or whatever day you happen to be watching this on. If you're seeing this little light beam here, that's from the blinds, so I hope that's not too distracting. This is Dr. Jennifer Redmond, as you probably know by now, and in celebration of Hump Day, I'm going to tell you a story. So, it was about 5 years ago, and I was going through a really, really rough breakup. Just one of those breakups where you wake up in the morning and you just feel like the world just comes crashing in and you can't even breathe and there's like a weight on your chest. Anyone ever had one of those? So I was really having a hard time, and I got up the day after the breakup and I decided to go to church. Thought, maybe I could get some spiritual food and maybe that would help. So I got to church and the message was loud and clear. The message was, the preacher was talking about how we suffer when we put our plan ahead of God's plan. And I said, noted, thank you. So I went hiking afterwards, and it was in February, so snow on the ground, and winter hiking was a relatively new practice for me at the time. But I went hiking, and I was just talking to God. I was praying, and I stopped by this tree that I really was just drawn to, and I thought, I'm just going to pray with the tree and allow the tree to bring my prayers to heaven. And as I prayed, I just prayed for clarity and I prayed for peace within me as I was going through this, and prayed for healing. And I prayed that, if God had anything that would help, just give it to me. And all of a sudden I hear a hawk. And I look up, and the hawk is circling where I'm standing. And as I'm looking up at the hawk in this beautiful blue sky, this message just kind of floats into my head that seems from outside of me. And it says, if you had the view that that hawk had of your own life right now, this breakup would just be such a small, insignificant bump in the road, guiding you to something so much better. And suddenly I just felt this peace take over. And I said, thank you. And I turned around and I went home. Well, that moment actually led me to deepening my understanding of my empathic gifts, deepening my understanding of my channeling gifts. It was one of the first moments that I was distinctly aware that the message that I had gotten had come from somewhere outside of me, that it wasn't just one of my random thoughts. And it led me to this moment now. So in honor of Hump Day, I'm telling you this story because sometimes we hit bumps in the road, and sometimes life doesn't seem to be working out. But if we can just trust that everything is working in our favor, if we can remember to stop and ask for help, and if we can just accept that, if we had a bird's eye view of whatever is happening to us right now, that we would see that it is all working out in our favor, well, try it out and see. Trust that wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be and guiding you to your highest good. And if you feel a little lost, just ask for help. So happy Hump Day, or whatever day you're watching this. I'm also going to ask that if you're watching this right now, trust that this message is meant for you. Have a wonderful day, and remember, it's an honor and a gift to be you. Bye.